Hello, and welcome to the Herakles episode 4. My name is Trevor. I am your DM, and co-DM is Caleb over here in the bottom corner. We're so happy to have you guys. We are coming to almost the conclusion, maybe, I don't know, it depends on what these guys want to do tonight, of this campaign out in space. Let's go over to our recap person for this time. We're going to see what happened in episode 3. It was a doozy. Go on. Who's got our recap?
Last episode, we started off in the security office. We got the picture of the doctor we're trying to find, and then we spent probably way more time there than we should have. When we opened up a supply closet, Rodar triggered the DM's trap card and spawned a intellect devourer where the party pretty much did nothing and watched him die, besides throwing an axe at him. We did not handle that very well. We talked about the yellow room. A couple of us have shared that experience. And then when talking about that, Ari popped up on the camera. And then Chaz, being the idiot he is, ran after Ari and walked into Eris, who turned out to be a mind flayer who killed him pretty quick. Pretty much ended off on an Arno coming to save the day, and we found out that Ari and the Arno are together, and they are leading us somewhere.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you so much for that recap. Yeah, so we left off. You guys were going... Ari, who, for some reason, wasn't speaking to you guys, was leading you guys into a air vent of some sort. And in fact, to kind of rehash, just before this happened, before you guys kind of discussed what was going to happen, there was a weird moment where not only as she pushed her hand against the wall kind of removed its form and appeared in a different light, but also as the Arno that came out and saved you guys was walking away, the random wall that appeared out of nowhere that was once the entrance you had run down to start the encounter didn't disappear. It like melted away and flesh slop just fell from the sky. Whatever was making this wall up inside of the spaceship is actually, it seemed to be like humanoid flesh and insides and bones and coagulated blood and disgusting things. So you all find yourself crammed. Some of you more crammed than others. Obviously, Maruk, with your large frame, you aren't fitting super well in the shaft. Ari's taking you guys through some different turns. You've actually had to go down in like a straight 90-degree drop a couple of times, shimmy your way down inside of the shafts. And as you guys start shimmying around, you kind of come up into like a wider clearing area, and Ari looks around, and she makes a right, and she kind of looks back at who would be like right behind Ari in the line. Excuse me.
Probably I.
Probably the captain. This is your captain speaking. Nyx, you're right behind Ari, and she kind of like waves you on. I'm assuming you're going to continue to follow.
You bet.
All right. As you guys continue, you are approaching another 90-degree drop. And she kind of gets herself into position. She kind of braces her hands and feet. She starts shimmying down. Y'all gonna follow?
How far is this drop? Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, drops probably, I don't know. You're probably shimmying down, let's say 15 feet. How about that?
Okay,
It's
cool.
not super far.
Yeah.
All right, cool. As you guys start shimmying down, who's in the rear? I'm gonna pick someone.
I feel like I would be normally, but
Okay.
I feel like in this situation I've had more interaction with Ari, so I'd probably be right behind Nyx.
Okay. As you're going down, actually, before we do this, Latch, what's going through Latch's mind right now? Out of everything that just happened in episode 3, and you're now going through this event, into the unknown, following a child. What's going through Latch's brain?
Some combination of it would be nice to get told the information that we need for jobs before we get to the job, and also some amount of needing to take care of this child, and also the constant paranoia of literally nothing is what it looks like, as evidenced by the hand press into the wall and melt away into flesh.
Cool. Love it. And yeah, just to recap for some people joining us that may not have been following all along, they were pulled out of hypersleep to go assess the damage of a giant space station that's used for some science stuff. It's also like kind of an international hub, but they were told by a superior that they need to get to the Ark, upload the data out of it, and then jettison basically a lab that was there in the Falling Star Protocol, but also secure Project Ari. And they have put 2 and 2 together that Ari is this child. So, just to recap, that is the mission goals. All right, can everyone go and give me an athletics roll, please? And as you're doing that, you guys start descending this shaft, and the power surge and lurching of the Herakles that you felt earlier in that security room, it does it again. And it just shakes. And go ahead and give me some rolls, please.
22.
Sweet.
2.
Sweet.
Oh.
I got a 6.
6. Okay.
16.
16. So, Latch,
Which is
Nyx.
about as good as I can do.
You're right. You got it. Goes Ari, Nyx. I should roll for Ari. Sick. It goes Nyx, Latch. Who's right behind Latch?
I probably would. Zero
Okay.
tries to stay in the middle.
Cool. And then Maruk, you're at the end. And Maruk, you rolled a 6.
Yep.
Nyx, you rolled a 16. You said.
No, 22.
22.
But
What's
doesn't
the
matter with
15,
my
but I have
power
7.
armor.
You have power armor.
Yeah, I have the ability to, walk on walls and ceilings and all that fun stuff.
That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Okay, I'll say, regardless, Nyx, you don't budge. Latch, you don't budge either. Zyrak, it goes Zyrak and then Maruk? Was that right? Okay. Zyrak, you slide and you fall onto Latch, which presses into Nyx. But with Nyx's 22, he is braced strong enough and he doesn't take a fall. He stops himself. Ari just continues going as nothing happens. We get down to the bottom of the shaft. She makes another couple turns and then
That's what she said.
she nice. Nice. Sausage fest in space. She opens up another shaft. She looks around briefly, and then she kind of crouches out and gets out, and it looks like she's standing tall into a hallway. Are you guys all following?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I think so.
Yeah, you guys get out into the hallway, and you see a hallway, and Ari is kind of like looking around. It's not a part of the ship you guys have seen, 100%. This looks like nothing you've seen. The walls are still that pristine kind of like metallic white, and she kind of strolls nonchalantly towards the end of a dead end, and she reaches the dead end. And as you guys watch her reach the dead end, she kind of like taps on her data pad and raises her hand up. And as she does that, the wall starts to kind of like warble. And up from the top corner, all of a sudden, it just wipes away. Like the old Star Wars edit scenes where it wipes the frame. And it just, this dead end wipes away out of existence, and behind it reveals a blast door. And it's a blast door that looks like heavily reinforced. This would be like on a military freighter ship hull. I mean, this is built to withstand a nuclear blast, essentially. And it has the letter A on it. And she walks up and she kind of like taps on her data pad, beep, and you just hear this ka-chunking sound. And the door opens, and behind it is another blast door. No, that's cool. It worked. It worked. Another blast door of the same size, and it says it's got a big red R on it. And she types something else in. She pushes it up. We get the other one, and then there's a third door with a giant red K on it. She places her hand up. She repeats the same thing, and there it is. And as that third door opens, you see a dimly lit Nope, there's not a fourth door. I can promise you, there's not a fourth door, okay? Technical glitch. The third door actually closed again by accident. We got it. It's all okay now. Just a slight systems malfunction, but we're okay now. You see a dimly lit room. There are... The lights aren't bright in it, but the room is kind of illuminated by computer screens. I mean, there are terminals everywhere. Ari walks in, and as you can kind of... I don't know. Nix, give me a perception check, actually. Please. And Maruk, as he's doing that, what are you feeling right now?
What am I feeling right now?
Yeah.
Tense.
Okay.
Like, just looking around, making sure nothing's falling behind us or anything's moving or doing anything out of the ordinary.
Okay.
I only got a 6.
You got a 6. Okay.
Yeah.
Nix, even with that 6, you're focused in. Even with that 6, you notice as Ari like crosses the third door threshold, her shoulders like slink down, almost like they drop in a relaxing manner. Like she's finally been able to breathe. And she walks in and she kind of strolls around in the center of the room. There's all these like different terminals and things, but you can tell in the center of the room is like a giant circular kind of terminal that has lots of computers on it. She kind of like circles around and looks back to you guys and kind of like motions for you guys to come in.
Keep walking. Yeah, walking.
Right. Follow.
Okay. As the last person enters, the 3 doors close. Chikoon, chikoon, chikoon. Okay.
That's one.
No, God.
We still got one more. We still have one more.
We got one more.
I gotta wait for the whole thing to end before I can fire the next one. Just
Okay,
we got space at
we
the
got
end
the
of that
third.
sentence.
We got the third. Oh my gosh. We'll work on that. We'll fix it in post. It's okay, guys. So we are now. You're in this room. Ari's kind of like strolling around, and she's kind of like making her way back to the back of the room. And this is like a larger room. I would say it's. Let's say like 20 by 20. And in the back, there's another door. And then like the back right corner is a door. And then the very back is another set of blast doors. how about this? Let's have some fun. Latch, give me an investigation roll.
That is. Hang on. A 29.
Awesome. As you turn to the left, you are met face to face as one of the like terminals kind of close to you kind of flickers its screen. It illuminates what I could only describe as some type of, think of like a vertical sliding book like filing cabinet that is pulled out, and in the center of the bracing are 3 layers of clear, almost embryonic shaped containment units. And eye to eye with you is an RNO that is wrapped up into a ball inside of the containment unit. Below that is the same size containment unit that features the same RNO of the same size. We're talking about the size of a basketball roughly, circled up next to you. And at the bottom, what you'll notice with that 29 is the containment unit at the bottom is not shattered. It has this, you know, like when you take a pop can and you hold a flame over it and it kind of just peels itself like that? Like that melted plastic. It's like that, but from the inside going out. And there's some like embryonic, or I guess I would say embryonic, I don't mean embryonic, but like a fluid, whatever fluid is holding these things in there, that's spilled out upon the floor. And with that 29, you lift your face up and you see, basically encasing this whole room, are various tanks of the same embryonic systems. Some of them have RNOs in them. Some of them have like the same style of like probably every third one, this melted kind of plastic feel with fluid on the ground, and there's no RNO in it.
But I would assume based on the other containers in each set that the third one almost certainly, of all of these, the one that's busted open would have contained an RNO.
Yeah, you can, it's the same size, and in fact, as you're looking at it, it's not every, let me clarify, it's not every third one. You look at the tank next to you, it's like the first one. It's just random, it looks like. Some of them are cracked, some of them are not. And as you look next to it, you actually see, and with that 29, I think 100% you would notice this, as long as you're not freaking out. There are, next to each containment zones, are like little, I guess, like iPad mini type screens. And it's showing you the level of containment. And on the one below that is like cracked at your feet, it says like power failure, security breached, power failure, security breached. And then if you look at like at some of them, it shows like the power cycling, and some of them are at like 25% power, or like one says like thawing in process, and another one says cryostasis on cryostasis in remission type of a thing. So you see kind of all these different statuses.
How many approximately could I guess from this glance have broken out?
75.
Oh, that's a lot. Okay. Can I, I'd like to write a message, on my datapad to Ari.
Sure. Yeah.
And I would like to ask her, are all of the RNO that have left their cages, are they like your friend, or are they mean?
That's a great question. Ari looks at her data pad. She like looks over at you. And she writes mean ? No. Confused. Yes.
Will they hurt us if we are with you?
She looks at her data pad and she kind of like hangs her head and she looks at you and she kind of like makes the shrug emoji like this. And she walks over to a cryo tank that's holding a RNO. And this cryo tank looks a little different. It's kind of swollen, a little bulbous, if you will. And you can see the RNO kind of spinning around inside of it. Slowly. It's not fast, but you can tell it's like moving. And
It's moving itself?
It is moving itself. Yeah, this is not like
Okay.
a current thing. This is like, it's kind of swimming almost in like a circle, kind of. She kind of raises her hand up like you saw earlier with the wall. And as she does, the RNO whips around and smashes itself violently against the embryonic tank. And she reflexes her hand.
So it doesn't seem like she controlled it to do that. That was a, like, wild animal reaction to her reaching for
Give
it.
me a perception check. And anyone
It'd
can help
probably be
out.
insight.
Insight, sorry, thank you.
Well, yeah, I guess insight if you're trying to figure out what she's thinking. Animal handling if you're trying to figure out what the RNO is doing.
Yeah, no, I think you want Ari's reaction to that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, insight
that
then.
wasn't great. That's 11.
I'm gonna say you aren't sure.
Okay.
But you can see Ari, once she kind of like reflexes her hand back, she kind of turns to you guys and starts walking back to the back door on the right. Are you guys, any of you guys doing anything else in this room?
Can I look for a terminal by chance?
There are a lot of terminals all
Cool.
over.
I'd like to go to the closest one that's near me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd like to see if they're... Because we know that we're in the Ark, because that was the door designation.
ARK, that is the Ark.
Can I look for any classified information or any information necessary for the testing that was done here? Or what tests are going on?
Sure. Okay. As you walk up, go ahead and give me like a tech check first.
Cool.
But I will say, as you walk up to the terminal, you like wake up the terminal and it's on a page that says RNO DNA splicing.
Interesting. I got a 17.
17. Yeah. I think with the 17, you start pulling up some data files. You start kind of like looking at, there are isolated splicings of RNO DNA that, and then there's like several files of isolated DNA of humanoid species.
Okay. Can I keep digging through, seeing if there's anything else?
Give me another tech check.
21.
Okay, as you pop off, you keep going, you find a file folder that says the nursery.
Okay, I like to open that up.
It stops you.
Okay, does it give me a reason? Is it decrypted or encrypted?
You need a password.
Cool, I like to run my decryption program, tech casting ability.
What does that do, you stupid idiot?
You gain insight into an encrypted message you're holding when you cast this power, granting you advantage on ability checks you may make to decipher the document.
Okay, go ahead.
Harpoon hand.
Harpoon.
Yeah.
I'm willing to whatever Trevor says, but if I want to be pedantic, the data isn't necessarily encrypted. It's just behind a password.
It's fine. James Bond knows every password.
Okay, fair enough.
Go ahead.
Fair
Go
enough.
ahead.
Something cool.
Yeah, well, it's cool. He's got a tech. It's fine. So let's see if the dice will allow it.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm worried about. What would that be against?
I don't know. But well, it's a tech check.
It's like
right?
a tech roll, tech check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What'd you get for the first one?
So first one, that is 16.
You better hope for something better.
Next one's 20.
Okay. All right. With your 20, yeah, your stupid little password encryptor, your flipper 0, figured out that the password was just 0000, and
Have fun.
the file opens up, and it is showing a containment. It looked like what looks to be a containment, like level of about 500 containers, and it's got like, it has like cryostasis levels basically, and all of them are showing green. Beats per minute, like their heartbeat per minute is on there, and it's all, everything is showing viable and well, but that's all that it's showing.
Gotcha. No other data.
There's no other data.
Okay. You're showing that the nursery, everything is okay. All right.
As you get done with that, you guys are noticing that Ari is like kind of like looking at you guys and smiling and like waving you guys over here as she's in the doorway into this other room.
I suppose Latch would go over to her.
Okay. As you do that, can you give me a perception check?
$16.
You guys all of you following Latch, or some of you guys staying in the containment room?
I would follow.
Okay.
I'm gonna
As you
follow
guys
behind.
start to head into the room, you notice that there is it's like one wall is, this is a totally different room. Like Ari flicks on the lights. One wall is painted pink. The other walls are like, one's purple, the other one's white. There's crayon art on the wall. There's like pictures hung up of like unicorns and things and other things. But Latch, with that roll that you have, as you notice, as you're walking in on the door threshold, there's markings. Like starting at like your knee height and going up, etched into the door threshold, each with a height and a date into it, onto the door threshold.
Are there any names on that?
Ari.
And how far back do those go?
The earliest one recorded is about 2 years ago.
And she looks like she's like 5 or 6, something like that?
I think she's probably maybe looking like 7.
Okay. And do the heights look as if like she's growing like a normal human child, or is it like she's baby height and then all of a sudden, you know, in 2
That's a good
years
question.
she's the size of a 7-year-old?
I would say it doesn't seem like rapid growth, but maybe a little heightened. You know, I wouldn't say it's rapid, like, oh my gosh, in a year she's grown 2 feet, but it's like a little out of the norm type of
Okay.
thing. Yeah. Do you want to do anything else?
Are there any signs of any other children? Like in the crayon art, are there any doodles with like more than one child?
No, but you do notice that there is like looks like maybe a doodle of Ari holding the hands of like a giant spider. And then like there's a couple of them where it's like Ari holding the hand of like kind of like a old, I mean, it's a 7-year-old drawing, so it's mildly detailed, but it's like a guy in like a lab coat with straggly hair type of a thing. There's like a picture of Ari in the vents. There's one with Ari in the neighborhood. There's actually a lot of pictures of Ari in the neighborhood. And next to those is like pictures of Ari with what appears to be like normal humanoid people as well, holding hands type of a thing, but no other like children per se.
Okay.
As this is
Okay.
happening, I need everyone to roll a wisdom saving throw, please.
Dirty
no. Oh no.
30
no.
19. Is everyone within 10 feet of me for the bonus?
Oh.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, I mean, probably.
Okay.
What is that bonus?
Plus 5.
Okay, good.
25.
Okay. 7.
I got a 7 as well.
With the plus 5?
I crit failed on that roll, but I have plus 1.
Zyrak,
Oh,
you
no.
rolled a 19, you said?
Yep.
Okay. So going in, it's Ari, Latch. What's kind of like the pecking order walking in?
That would be third again.
Third.
We're probably depending on where Nitz is, but
Yeah, I'd
second or
probably
third.
be right behind Latch, but yeah.
Okay,
I'll be
so
last.
Zyrak and Nyx are close. Okay.
Yeah.
What is that?
All right. Sorry, I was
Wait, what?
playing with a toy. I'm sorry. I was thinking. Nyx, as you walk into this room, you see the bright colored walls. You close your eyes to blink. And Zyrak, as you enter the room, you see the bright color walls, and you close your eyes to blink. And as you do, you both open your eyes. You both stand in a room that feels unfinished. The walls are wrapped in a muted yellow wallpaper, the kind that might have once been comforting in a waiting room or an office that no longer has a purpose. Up close, the pattern repeats two perfectly soft florals, shapes that have never quite lined up the same way twice if you try to follow them. The longer you look, the more it feels like the pattern is remembering you rather than the other way around. Fluorescence lights hum overhead, not flickering, never flickering, but buzzing with a low, constant incessance that fills the silence like pressure in your ears. The light is flat. It casts no shadows the way it should. Zyrak and Nyx, you are staring each other face to face. Zyrak, you begin to hear a voice echo in your head. Look at him. See how tightly he holds the world together. Every wound redirected, every burden gathered into his own hands. He believes if he stands long enough, nothing else he loves will die. I have heard that promise before. Long before your species carved names into stone. There was once a world where oceans glowed at night. They believed devotion could hold back oblivion too. They are dust now. Dust now. Nyx, you begin to hear a voice echo in your head. You swore that no loss like that night would ever reach him again. So you made yourself a shield. But shields do not heal, they endure. Until there's nothing left beneath the impact. Zyrak, the voice comes back to your head. And you, Zyrak, you watched him disappear beneath that weight. The slowing breath, the exhaustion hidden behind duty, the quiet moments where he believed no one could see him breaking. So you searched for another ending, a home, a rest, silence untouched by war. Home. Home. You both begin to hear a voice echo in your head. How strange. One brother destroys himself to keep the other alive. The other destroys truth to set him free. And both call it love. Do you know what survives 1,000 years? Not empires, not families, not promises, only what adapts. So tell me, Zyrak, how long do you believe silence could protect him? Secrets are distances. And not every unspoken truth places another lifetime between two souls. Perhaps that memory is your... He deserves rest. You were promised a home. But homes built upon silence do not endure, do they? So speak, or let me speak for you. You both are staring face to face in the room described earlier, after hearing these words reverberate and echo in your brain.
I struggled to look Nitz in the eye. I'm looking down at the moment.
Classic Aaron.
Say something.
What? What do you want me to say?
That there will be an end. That we won't endlessly give our life to the coalition.
We can only hope.
Is that really your hope? You seem to be a willing servant to do whatever they say.
I'm just trying to do the thing I know. And this is what I know.
What is this?
Obedience. War. Battle. It's numbing.
But that wasn't all you knew. When we were kids, we used to have so much fun. But then we
We're
were
not
there when
kids
Mom and Dad died.
anymore.
No. But we can go somewhere else.
Where?
I paused for a couple seconds. Probably a face of pondering that you would notice. There's a place that would take us in. All they ask is for us to tell us what we find here.
Zyrak, what are you talking about?
The DGN Collective reached out. Actually, I reached out to them. We were a happy family, and there is no having that with the Coalition. I want kids one day, and the Collective offered us a home, a biodome to ourselves.
I think at this point I would grab both sides of like his thing and pin him up against the wall. Shake him a little bit. Say, Zyrak, what are you thinking?
This has been going on for months. If you actually paid attention, you probably could have noticed earlier. But the Coalition has turned you into a machine. I can't even recognize you anymore. 2 of our friends have just died, and you're still willing to go forward for a stupid mission.
I think Nix just shakes his head. Turns away.
As he's turning away, after this mission, I'm leaving. You're welcome to join me.
As he says that, the walls begin to melt away. And Zyrak and Nyx, as you open your eyes, you're back into the room as Ari is showing off her wonderful art, and a beat of your life has never been missed. But Zyrak, you hear one last thing penetrate your mind. Love is a fascinating foolishness. And you look as Ari is handing Latch one of the colored papers that she's drawn on, and she's starting to pull out from her drawer like sketchbooks upon sketchbooks and data pads upon data pads of all of her artwork, and she's showing it off, and she's showing off like some stuffed animals that she has and some dolls that she's had, like typical kid, like I want to show you everything. She has like, you know, Gen 3000 Pokemon collection that she's showing off to Latch over there, and yeah.
I assume because I'm wrapped up with Ari that I absolutely did not notice whatever moment these two just had, and that even if I was watching them, it probably only took a second of real time.
Yeah. Yep, you didn't see any of it.
Cool. Is the door that we just came from, is that the only door into this space?
Yes. But you can tell that the depth of this room gives you the impression that if you were to go back out into the other door, it's like it's gonna go back. That whole area is probably going back somewhere.
Are there, I'm wondering if there are, like, almost like interrogation room, like two-way observation mirrors, like along a wall.
Oh, that's crazy that you said that. That's a wild thought, and I love that for me right now. Can you? How would we want to do that? I guess, how are you trying to figure that out, Latch? Tell me how you're trying to figure
guess
that
if
out.
there's, because it's this long stretch of room, right? That is, you know, all this, you know, it's effectively this multi-purpose space for Ari to exist. So I guess I would be looking at along the walls and assuming that if it was going to be a thing, it would probably be lined up. You know, there would be a few of them along the same wall so that she can be watched in all of her various activities.
Are you? I raise you I see your description. I raise you a question. Are you trying to use your eyes to figure this out, or a tech ability?
My eyes.
Your
and if
eyes.
there aren't like two-way mirror sort of things, I'd be looking for cameras.
Okay, there's definitely cameras. There's definitely cameras. I don't know with your eyes if you were able to see anything as a two-way mirror-esque.
Okay.
But there is a camera in the
room. Just one camera, or are there like many cameras so that there would copy?
One.
So there could theoretically be blind spots in this room based on where this camera's looking. Okay. Okay. I would write on my data pad to Ari, have you always been able to come and go from this room as you please, or is that a new thing that you're allowed to wander?
She kind of looks at you across, and she writes, yes, Ruben lets me go when I want to.
Do you know where Ruben is?
Yes.
Can I talk to him?
Sure.
Can you take me to him?
Yes. All on her data pad. And she walks out of the room and she types in a little code on the keypad on the big blast door in the back of the room. And the blast door opens.
It's like a good 5-second delay after I hit the button.
As you this door opens, you see another room. Okay. In this room it's another lab. It's larger than the lab that you just went through. In the back of the room there's another blast door. This one's kind of like a little off to the right. It's not completely centered, but this room is a giant lab. There's some RNO containment tanks, much like the ones you've seen before. Some of them are cracked open. But what you'll notice in this lab is a little different. In the center of the lab is what you could only presume to be the largest living fully grown adult RNO that you have ever seen. And it is laying down on kind of like a hard surface, like a metal bed, but its legs are kind of like stirruped up almost. It's surrounded by sci-fi doctor equipment things. And it has this giant abdomen thing. Thank you. That was a great description, I know. It's just laying there. It is not moving, it's just there, but you can see there's like a heart monitor next to it. Ari kind of like walks up. Its legs are literally splayed out so long. It's like covering the whole room. It's like draped across the room. She's like walking underneath it. She like kind of gives it a high five. And she like kind of walks to the back of the room and she waves to you guys. What do you guys do?
I am following her warily, maybe not walking directly under the RNO. I don't even know if that's possible with how splayed out it is.
It's not. You gotta kind of go underneath the leg. Okay. Is anyone walking towards the butt of it, or are we just walking by the head?
I guess I'm following the path that she was
She's taken. Okay. For those of us that are just joining, an RNO is a giant space spider that's really massive and scary, and it's bad. I encourage you to just go watch the other episodes. It's not great. It's not a fun time. So, okay, you guys are passing by. Maruk, give me a perception check as you're walking underneath. As you're doing that, Nix, how are you feeling? 3. You see absolutely jack shite.
Perfect.
I feel like Nix is trying to stay focused on the mission, but he's pretty pissed off about what Zyrek just said.
All right, give me a perception check. At disadvantage.
I rolled 16 twice.
Okay, perfect. As you're walking,
plus 4, so 20.
Okay, as you're walking past, you notice that by the back end of this thing, this RNO, it looks like there's some type of, like, eggs sitting there.
Perfect. I love that.
I know you do. That's why I said it. Okay. As they get to the back of the room, Ari opens up the door. She steps through. Are you guys following? Lots of doors in this episode.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Doors are Latch's favorite thing.
Containment.
Follow.
Latch needs to contain. All right. As you guys enter, you see whatever your version of a Dr. Frankenstein lab is basically what is in this room, but like make it 2,000 years in the future, 12,000 years in the future. Okay. There are coils, there's things all over the place. There's a giant table with data pads strewn all across it. There are beakers, like space robotic lasers in the back shooting things that are just doing random assignments. Computers like Xerox. There's like a random Xerox machine in the back. You have no idea what that is, but there's literally a Xerox machine in the back. Just and through all of it, as you enter, you notice starting on like your left side of the room, there's like a table with a computer, and you see this silver feathery fluttering. And it wraps around back to the back side of the table and then slinks its way onto the ground, almost like a slinky going down a stair. And the silver color continues around and it kind of peels back into the room. This room is like 20 by 20. It's huge. And this tail kind of curls around behind all these different tables and data pads. And if you follow it along these terminals, like one part of it's hanging from the ceiling light and it comes slinking down. And as you follow it along, like another, 5 feet or so, there's resting on the ground, you see a silvery claw. And as it comes back up, you now are looking at center focus in the center of this room. You're noticing what the silver color, almost scale-like, cylindrical shape weaving its way through the room, meets up to this tubular torso. And this face that has a kind of like a straggly beard and 2-footed claws in front of it. And what we would know as like a Eastern style dragon is sitting in front of you at a laboratory desk, holding like a beaker in one hand and a data pad pencil in the other, writing something down, looking at his work.
The dragon is the scientist.
Ruben Stuber.
Ari kind of
yeah.
ushers you guys in, and she seems slightly hesitant, a little cautious, but she ushers you guys in.
Question for the DM. I know dragons aren't a thing we know about in space is real, but do we know of fantasy dragons? Like, have we seen...
know of fantasy dragons, and you guys know that looking at what thank you for that clarification. At what you're looking at is something you guys have, like, as children, reading old Dragon Ball Z manga, when they summon Shinron, okay, with the 7 Dragon Balls. This is basically Shinron in front of you, but in a silver form. He's a lot smaller, he's not the size of a planet, but he is like a Eastern. If you were to use your Google machines and Google Eastern dragon, make it silver, That's what's in front of you right now. He's kind of got the long whisker Fu Manchu type of a thing. He's got some kind of like wooden horns coming off of the top of his head. And he's just chilling there doing science, you know? And Ari kind of like walks you guys in. So yes, you guys would have known this in a fantasy setting. Just like as humans assume that dragons, well, the non-intelligent ones, dragons weren't real. The smart ones know that they were. But that's for another day. So anyways, yeah. You're in a room with what you would only assume to be a dragon.
Does this dragon share physical characteristics with the photo we've seen of Dr. Ruben Stuber?
Abso-frickin' not.
Okay.
It's a dragon.
The only thing,
okay, I will say this. The only thing that could be closer would be that Stuber had kind of gray hair, and this dragon is silver. So there, I got you connected. I got your dot connected. Okay. You do see on the desk in front of him, it says Ruben Stuber. There's a name.
It's such a terrible name. It's such a terrible.
Okay.
Dr. Ruben Stuber, I presume.
Despite the fact that this dragon does not match the photo of Dr. Ruben Stuber we've been given, I'm gonna give Ari the benefit of the doubt and address the dragon and say, Dr. Stuber?
If you're looking for the nursery, it's on the doorway on your left.
I'm not looking for the nursery specifically, I don't think. I'm looking for Dr. Stuber.
Is he facing us or no?
He is facing you, but not looking at you.
Can I take a quick picture on my data pad?
Sure.
Okay.
Are you trying to stealth it?
Are you using Flash?
Give me
He's accidentally using Flash.
no.
Flash off.
Takes a photo and the flash goes off. Oh shit.
15.
15.
Yeah.
Dragon's
Take the
pretty
photo.
perceptive.
He doesn't seem to react one way or the other. After a few seconds, he sort of puts what he's doing now, and he hits a button on the side of his desk, and you see what appears like almost like a blast shield open behind him. Instead of leading to a doorway, it seems to just open up and reveal a window out into space, deep space. And you see him sort of start twisting and winding through these various tables of laboratory equipment and whatnot, and not a single part of his probably 50-foot long body ever touches anything as he sort of snakes through pathways that he knows like the back of his hand, and eventually makes it over to the window, now looking opposite in the opposite direction that all of you stand, and just starts looking out into deep space.
Is Dr. Stuber on the other side of this window?
Tell me, brothers, where should we all survive the next coming minutes, where will you return? Where are you from?
I presume I'm going to, wait, if we survive?
It seems unlikely, doesn't it?
What are you expecting to happen in the next few minutes?
Well, the ship has been losing altitude for the past several days, and that seems to be increasing at an exponential rate. The mind flayers have made their way closer and closer to getting inside this ark for a number of reasons. And I find it unlikely that any of us are going to make it out of here with our memories intact, let alone our lives. But let's say that we do. It's good to be optimistic. Where are you going? Where do you call home? He kind of turns away from the window and now looks at you all now.
My bed in my cryopod? Where are you going to go?
Oh, go ahead.
I will not be leaving.
Because you'll
Zyrek,
be
you
dead?
were going to say something?
I was just gonna just glance at Nitz. I was gonna when he was asking where we're going. I'm trying to get a read of Nitz of what is he hate my guts? Is he thinking that maybe
can we get an
considering-
insight check? Can we do an insight roll off on
Yeah,
that?
insight roll. So that'd be insight roll on Zyrek, and then Nyx, it would be either
26.
deception if you're trying to lie to him,
Okay.
or persuasion if
I have
you're
a-
trying
I
to
have
be
an
convincing.
plus 11? Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh!
Good luck.
Bro, good luck. He's gonna tell you hate his guts.
Nope.
Less than that. So what does he get? What does he perceive looking at you when that question is asked?
Pistivity.
Oh, that's great. Pistivity. All right, I love
What a
it.
great word.
You are all coalition, are you not? Sent here to retrieve my research.
Presumably.
I nod.
Do any of you hail from Solstice?
Everyone's looking at
Don't
their
think
character
so.
sheet. They
Yeah,
forgot. They
I think I was.
Nitz, I don't know where we came from. I don't know.
Where was I born again?
Yeah, and where was I born?
I mean, if you're a Universal Coalition in this system, you were either born on Solstice or you were born on the North Star. It's basically
Okay,
one or the
yeah,
other.
then no. Nope, sure am not. Are you from Solstice?
I've spent many decades on Solstice. I don't know if it would be accurate to say that I'm from there.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Ruben is fine.
So you are Dr. Stuber.
I have been called this before. Yes.
Okay, well, I don't understand the need for all the runaround. Hello. We're here to recover your work and preserve it, I think.
Yes.
Certainly get it off of this falling star. Speaking of, do you know anything about the falling star protocol?
As you say that, there's another power surge, and the Herakles just lurches down again. Zyrek and Nyx, I need a wisdom saving throw.
— 12.
19.
Okay. Continue, Caleb. Sorry.
Yes, I'm familiar with this falling star protocol, and I had presumed that if you were trying to save time, you would have gone towards the nursery I pointed you towards when you entered the room.
We are very in the dark here. I have been told that we're trying to recover the Ark and activate Falling Star Protocol, and something about Project Ari. We've met a girl named Ari, who's, I presume, in the room with us right now, and we're kind of flying blind here. So any help that you can give us would be swell, because I'm sure you can understand we don't want to be here.
As Latch is speaking those words, Zyrek, you close your eyes. And as you open them, you stand in a room that feels unfinished. The walls are wrapped in a muted yellow wallpaper, the kind that might have once been comforting in a waiting room.
Zyrek. The yellow floral wallpaper trembles as you hear a voice cut into the room. Morvin drawl. Not loud, but impossibly ancient, like something speaking from beneath reality itself. The flowers begin to bloom and rot at the same time, petals unfolding into impossible shapes that no longer repeat across the walls. The corners of the prison stretch outward into darkness, exposing brief glimpses of distant stars behind the cracking wallpaper. For a moment, the prison seems confused, as though it has forgotten its own shape. And then you hear the voice again, Ocean Eye. And a silent fracture tears through the center of the room. The wallpaper peels away into blackness, the stars collapse inward, and suddenly you stand unharmed, surrounded by your troop in your lab once again.
I recognize that voice as Dr. Stuber.
Yes.
What did you just do?
You have not stumbled into any ordinary illithid coven, I'm afraid. You're in the presence of an elder brain. Can't you hear her song?
Ari points at her ears, and she pulls her hair back, and you guys realize there are no ears attached. There's just a divot there.
I don't know what you mean.
An elder brain feasts herself mostly on human consciousness and uses her song to bend the senses of her victims. The dead are often forgotten by their families before their bodies are cold. Roads change shape to conceal her form. Her amalgamated flesh appears like cold steel under her influence. As long as you've been here, you've seen only what she's allowed. But fortunately for you, she's very preoccupied.
with the RNO?
Astute. The RNO crawling through the ship pose a bit of a existential threat to creatures that share a hive mind. 1 or 2 infected illithid are enough to quarantine, but dozens of them? She herself, the hive mind, is fighting the influence of hundreds of RNO currently crawling through her rotting flesh and releasing their hallucinogenic toxins. The quakes you felt, even just a moment ago, are not merely the whole failing under her weight. They're her fleeting attempts at escaping into the vacuum that she's being called to, like all mortals under RNO poison. She will die soon, along with all those who share her mind, either from asphyxiation in the vacuum of space or on impact with the surface of the planet below.
So the Herakles is a elder brain?
It is now, we'll say, more elder brain than not.
All right, well, scoop up whatever you want to preserve and let's get the fuck out of here.
I do sincerely hope that you do make it out, but this is the end of the line for me. The Illithid and Shilvoth have been enemies long before your universe supplanted ours. I suspect that they recognized my presence here shortly after finding their way aboard, and now they've eaten themselves fat and doomed us all to oblivion.
Is it safe to assume that almost everyone aboard this ship that's not you is an Illithid?
No. There are still some, I'm sure, hiding in closets and in escape pods that have jammed, but at this point, a rescue mission is unlikely to be worth it.
Question for the DM. That word he said, our characters would not know what that is, right? We have never heard that word.
Shilvoth?
Shilvoth? No.
If you could go back, Illithid versus who?
Sorry, Shilvoth. It's what we refer to ourselves as. Gone by many names. Reuben, Dragon, whatever sees fit at the time.
Wait.
Excuse me?
Okay. Grant and Latch are two different people right now.
Ruben!
The fabric of reality is ripping open.
We just got a comment on Instagram and YouTube. Wait, what? Yes, the lore is breaking. We love it.
Is the Arno also part of you?
No, definitely not. I have faithfully served the Coalition for many human lifetimes, and this is, I guess, one of your lifetimes of my work, to be sure, but these are creatures just like you.
So if we had to pack up all of your stuff in a suitcase, to take it off of this brain, is that even feasible?
Yes, the Ark was built specifically with the ability to come detached from the rest of the Herakles. The Falling Star Protocol that we discussed. To break it off, and it should be able to pilot itself back to the North Star, where my research can be continued.
This
But
may
not
be-
by you.
No. There are many hundreds here dead because I was here, and if I move on, I am only a target they will continue to follow. It is best that I, as you humans have said before, go down with the ship, as it were.
So would this be going to another shield off that's going to do this research?
That is not for us to know.
So you said
I
many-
apologize. This can be a lot to take in all at once, but I assure you it won't be overwhelming for long. For, as you humans also say, dead men tell no tales.
Brutal. Ruben,
So
brutal.
I, out of character, I am super conflicted right now between Grant wants to ask questions and Latch doesn't want to ask questions. Latch just wants to pack up the suitcase and get out.
Does anyone else have questions?
While he's looking around, or can I look around? Is there a diary at all on these, or like a not a diary?
I mean,
but
there are many
There are-
medical
Your diary.
journal things,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
there's
journals would be good.
probably some journals, a data terminal, like a terminal.
Lots of
but,
that.
You know,
Nothing physical. It's all digital.
I will say there
Is-
was. Oh, go ahead.
No. I will hold
No,
on
go
to my
ahead.
question. What
Go
were
ahead.
you going to say?
No,
I was
go
just
ahead.
going to ask: is the arc? You said we have only been seeing what the Elder Brain has wanted us to see. Is specifically the arc also part of this fleshy nonsense? Because you mentioned that it could separate itself and fly off into space. Is that just one small part of this arc facility, or is that the whole arc itself?
This is the only space that I know for certain to be still untouched by her influence. They have a reasonable fear of Arno and are not interested in passing into an area that could cause them deadly harm. So while they would very much like to take me and my memories, they are unwilling to take the risk necessary to do so.
Do they know that you don't look like this photo?
Who do you mean by they?
All of the other squid faces.
Yes. Yes, they can sense us. I don't know what the four of you will be doing over the next handful of minutes. But I feel like whatever you decide to do, it should be your decision, and an informed one at that. The Ark is a weapons research facility. It's the next stage in human evolution. A fusion between RNO and mankind. One that can survive the vacuum of space, that can have skin tougher than steel. Something that could level the playing field with the Universal Coalition losing so much military advancements in the past many centuries. If and when my research does get back to the North Star, it will hopefully be used to put the Universal Coalition back as a peer amongst its rivals. And you will be helping make that happen.
Well, that can't happen if we don't pack up and go. So, let's do it.
Do you really want them turning us, all of our friends, pretty much anyone serving in the military, to be an Arno? You're sentencing everyone to death.
Are you asking
sending
me
Latch.
or Latch?
No,
Okay.
Latch, when you said back up and go.
I don't think they are infecting people. I think they are creating people.
For now. Eventually, the goal is to spread this. If we can find a non-lethal way to inject people with the DNA, then that would absolutely be advantageous.
Should we not be using all of the tools at our disposal? If this can make us indestructible, why would we not use this? The proof is in the pudding already. They have a working prototype. We've been given a mission to recover all of this data, preserve the research. Are you suggesting we don't follow those orders?
I imagine this is out of character. Is there some sort of war rules like there is in our world? like no biological warfare. Like that's like a no-go. Is there between the
Those
three?
Those rules hold as much weight as the ones that today.
Yeah. Yep.
They're manipulated all
Yeah.
the time.
No, but they are in place.
You carry bigger stick, you big boy. Okay.
This doesn't feel like biological warfare.
How is it not? You're infecting your own people to be.
Super soldiers.
Is it only going to be free will whether you get this DNA?
That is not for us to know. Not my part to play.
At the moment, this is a science lab.
Rather cutting edge one at that.
Also, it's not our fucking job to ask questions.
Soldier boy.
I'm with Latch. We have a mission. We need to carry it out.
I will ask as many questions as absolutely necessary to carry out the job we have been given to do. On that note, Dr. Stuber, like, I'm not interested in having this conversation anymore. I'm here to pack up this lab and go.
Then I wish you luck. If you're looking for the nursery, it's through the doorway on your left.
Will it be obvious when I get in there how to jettison the Ark?
If you've made it this far, I'm sure you can figure it out.
Well, I'm
just gonna stare out the window.
I suppose I wish we had met under better circumstances, and I hope you're happy with your life, sir. And I will go to the nursery.
I will not respond to that.
I follow Latch. And I don't look at Zyrak.
Can I look at Marut? Can I try to get a sense of him, whether he has doubts or not?
All right. Insight and
Insect check.
Mutiny. We got a comment on YouTube. Mutiny. All right, so we got insight check
22.
against whatever. If you're trying to lie, it's persuasion. If you're trying to
The other way
tell
around.
the truth, it's the other way around. I'm sorry, I had a little too much whiskey right now, and my mouth is a little numb. I'll be honest. My tongue feels a little fat. Okay. Other way around. What was it? It was what did I say? I'm sorry. Insight against perception or persuasion. I'm sorry. No, I don't know what I'm talking about. Deception.
You guys
or
know what to roll.
persuasion. You know what to roll. Just give me the numbers. I'll tell you if you pass or fail, okay? I'm good at this DMing thing. All right, Zyrak, what was your insight?
22.
22. Are you deception or persuasion, Phil? Or whatever it is. I don't remember at this point now.
That's what I'm trying to look to.
Okay.
It's going to be perception. Whatever the other one is. I can't do
Okay.
deception.
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
They're
Okay, it
both
doesn't
drunk.
matter. Yeah.
We both are
No, I
drunk.
haven't drank.
Well, no, you've been drinking a high noon all night.
Just
okay?
one of
I saw
them.
you. All
Just
right,
one of
okay.
13.
He's been drinking the same one since noon.
Yeah, it says, I
We
wish
got
it'd say.
another comment on YouTube. Deception or persuasion? Oh, glorious DM. Thank you. Okay.
You said 13, right, Phil?
All right, you failed.
Cool.
Were you
So
trying
what does-
to lie? Yeah, what
Yeah,
does
well,
Zyrak
it'd be
see?
what does Zyrak sort of get out of
Yeah, what
that?
does he get out of it?
On how I feel towards the whole entire RNO
Yeah.
infection.
Well, what the party is now apparently deciding to do about it.
Oh, I'm going along with the captain, but I think he's going to also notice that I'm just really, really curious as what Shilvoth is, because I've never heard of that before, and that they're actually doing all this genetic testing. It's kind of really cool.
All right.
All right.
Zyrak, I'm assuming everybody else has started leaving and headed to the nursery.
Yeah,
Latch certainly is.
Okay.
I'm going to
Yeah.
follow behind just a little bit while they're going in the nursery. I'm going to look for another console.
Oh.
Okay. As you're doing that, Ruben will float away from the window and move over to you, Zyrak, and get like almost like just conversational distance away. At this point, I think you get a better idea of the scale of just how long this dragon is, having it be close up.
That's what she said.
He kind of kneels down, or kneels, he has no knees, kind of bends down a little bit, and says, there have always ever been and always ever will be two paths to victory. That of synthesis and transcendence. The wild forest or the field of flowers. Countless memories have been lost on the border, both of failure and emotions towards you and Shilvoth. And for what it's worth, and I know that's not very much, I hope you are not one of them. And he opens his hand, and there's just what appears to be like a small chrome silver ball in his hand. And he holds it out to you.
I grab it.
It's not
Intelligence saving throw.
This this weapon was not made for you. But should you and yours figure out how to wield it, it may make the difference.
Do I overhear him say that?
Sure, I don't think he's trying to be secretive about it.
Okay. I pop up and say, oh, weapon? Weapon? You said weapon? Something new?
Me and
It's-
yours? That's what you said? You and yours?
You and yours. As in you and your party.
It's a common turn of phrase, Aaron.
I don't
You
read.
don't know how to read, but come on.
Thank you. Wish I had more time to learn from you, but thank you.
Good luck. I will remember you for as long as I can.
The latch is going to the door. Zyrak just received a silver ball from Ruben. Maruk is at a terminal. Nix, what are you doing?
I think I'm following behind Latch.
Sweet.
Before I start heading towards the nursery, could I turn back around and... Where are you from? I've only seen dragons in movies. Sorry, is dragon the right phrase? Word.
It's a racist
I don't wanna-
term. Okay.
Yeah,
It's a
I don't want
slur.
to be
It's actually a
insensitive.
slur. You just called him a really bad slur. The Shilavoth.
Where am I from?
West Side. He just throws up a gang sign.
I'm trying to think through the best way to answer this question.
Throws up a bloods blood symbol. We just had a YouTube comment that said, "Thought he was Eastern."
I am I first took shape on a planet you call Amnesia. But what makes me is older than your universe.
None of us know the planet Amnesia, right?
Nope. You just know the cloud.
But we know it's not Amnesia Zone, Amnesian
Nope,
Zone.
you know the system.
The system is the Amnesian system.
But you only know of the zone and the system. You would not know of the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Can I pipe up and say, what do you mean, Amnesian planet? Amnesia.
I'm afraid, what is it you humans say? I don't have time to explain why I don't
Oh my
have time
gosh.
to explain.
This is so good. That's good. That's good.
So you're saying there's a planet, but you don't have time to explain that there's a planet, but there's a planet.
I was under the impression you were hoping to survive the next few minutes.
Hey, I'm
There's
working
like-
If
away
not,
and ask
I'm
you
happy
questions.
to. If not, I'm happy to.
Why
go
am
into
I
more
the
detail.
only one packing up in here?
Work
Oh wait,
faster.
Nix is here too.
As Latch says that, the Herakles power surges again, and you feel like another 10-foot drop.
I would head towards the nursery. Thank you.
I like to try to send out a message to command, letting them know that we have everything required for mission completion.
Okay. Do we though? Okay. As you're sending that message, Latch, you walk up to the door, and you kind of, I'm not gonna say this. In the background, Zyrek, as you're turning to walk away, you notice Ruben kind of like flick his hand, and as Latch approaches to the door, the nursery door, it like turns green on the data pad. And it opens up. We were just informed. Another door on YouTube. Thank you, YouTube people. Yeah, I love doors. Doors they're cinematic, okay? They build tension. As the door opens, you are met with a industrial brutalist room. It is welded with braziers. There's no sheet metal on it. You are seeing bare bones of the hair. Well, what would be this room? It's the framework, the large steel beams that are hexed together, welded and frameworked together, and it goes probably 3 stories high, and probably, let's just say, 100 to 150 feet long. And as you enter the room, you see this whole room filled from top to bottom with racks, probably 12. My math's gonna be wrong. Probably 3, 4, 5, probably 7 rows high, stretching all the way back, of what looks like clear body bags. And inside of these body bags contains the silhouette of a humanoid figure that could match something like Ari. Some of them have the silhouette of a female, some of them have a silhouette of a male. And it stretches all the way back.
Like children?
Yes. And they're in this kind of like body bag clear system. And it's like backpacked almost. Who was the Latch? You were the first one to walk in, right?
Yep.
Go ahead and give me a perception check, please.
18.
Okay, with that 18, you would notice pretty close by as you walk in, there's this embryo sac next to you. And you see inside of it the silhouette of a child, roughly, I don't know, probably 4 years old. Just kind of like laying there, backpacked almost with some fluid surrounding it. Next to it, like on the bag itself, has like a digital data pad, and it tells you like cryostasis, at 100%, and it has like all these growth charts and feeding and all these things, and it has all these like a subject number ... 111000234 or whatever next to it, and it's just hanging there, and it's like it stretches as tall as you can see all the way back. If you had to guess, there was probably 500 of these bags in there, all filled with some type of children-like silhouette.
Does the one next to me, can I tell if it has ears?
No. But what I will say with that 18, you see Ari kind of like walk up to one of them close to you and kind of like look at it and kind of reach out but not touch it. Like she's inquisitive of what is taking place.
I would write on my data pad, do you know them?
You on your data pad, you look down, and what crosses is family ?
I think I would write back, probably as close to family as any of us would ever know.
Appearing on your data pad, I have sisters ? And brothers ?
It looks like it.
She like jumps up in the air with like a giddiness that you have not seen her release, like an excitement.
I think I would write back, let's go save them so that you can meet all of them.
She kind of like looks at you and smiles. Nyx, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Dirty 20.
Okay. As you see, like, you hear Latch say, let's go save them so you can see them, or some of them. And you watch Ari, like, leap in the air with excitement. You blink, and as you open, you see her, and she starts falling down. But it, like, slowly You You stand in a room that feels unfinished. The walls are wrapped in a muted yellow wallpaper, the kind that might have once been comforting in a waiting room or an office that no longer has a purpose. Up close, the pattern repeats too perfectly. Wait, is it perfect? No. It's jagged. It's seamed. The wallpaper is seamed? This isn't perfect. The floral shapes are mixed, not with floral shapes, but with hexagons, brushstrokes. You try to follow them, and they're lining up, but perfectly. But wait, how could that be? Floral and hexagon doesn't match. The longer you look, the more it feels like the pattern. It's a pattern. It remembers you not. There's fluorescent light. No, they're LED lights. Flickering. It's the same lights that were overhead in the nursery. They're flickering and buzzing with a low, constant incessance that fills the silence like pressure in your ears. The lightest flash, it doesn't cast a shadow the way it should. You destroy yourself to protect him, while he builds a future that does not include your truth? And you call yourself his shield. And all this time he has been speaking to the hand aiming the blade. You would die for him without hesitation. Tell me, brother, how much of you has he already traded away to spare himself the grief of watching you fall? You built your entire life around protecting him, and he built his around escaping it. You carry him like a burden you swore to never drop. Meanwhile, he has been searching for somewhere to finally set you down. And as you look around, the walls start melting, and the room is losing shape. It's like collapsing in on itself. You believed you were suffering with him, but he has been suffering around you. And you open your eyes, and you're in the nursery. And you watch as Ari lands to the ground after she jumps with a static nature. You see in the center of the room, probably 5 feet in from the door. Okay, there's all these body bags or whatever hanging from the ceiling and in racks. There is a terminal that you can access. Maruk, I know you were sending a message, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Alright, as you do that, this is all unfolding in there. Nix, do you do anything with what just happened? Before I jump to the other things that are all happening at the same time.
No, I don't do anything yet.
Okay. As Latch kind of is finishing conversation with Ari, hey, let's go save your people. There is you see, Maruk, an incoming message that has been received from your telemetry. What do you do?
I'll open it up and take a look.
Appearing on the screen is a shadowy kind of figure, humanoid in shape, shorter than what you would expect, but in full Universal Coalition garb. Okay. Okay, I'm talking, we are looking at high status general type of a thing. Hello. Who am I speaking with?
This is Maruk.
Maruku.
Born.
What do you mean you have the mission complete? What are you talking about? And why am I getting pinged from the Herakles?
General, what do you mean?
What do you mean, soldier? You sent the message. You said you had all the things to complete this mission. What mission were you given? Maruk, what troop are you a part of?
I'm gonna press the mute button. Just like, just
You
1
say
second. I call Nyx over. It's like, I have a bad feeling about this.
About carrying out the mission?
Nah, the general on this line.
Why?
Doesn't know about the Herakles mission.
What?
He just said, what mission? And why am I getting pinged from the Herakles?
Well, then who sent us here?
Exactly.
Are we all together at this point? Are we...
I don't know. You tell me.
Latch, where are you? Is
I'm
he
in
around?
the nursery, trying to figure out how to.
I was too, but I
disconnect
came
the
out.
whole
Okay.
thing and,
Okay.
and take,
Okay.
do falling star
Um,
protocol and all that. I'm doing
gonna-
the fucking mission.
I'm gonna yell for Latch. I'm gonna yell for Latch.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Did I miss the controls in that room?
No. So the general doesn't know about this mission.
Do we recognize who this general is? Also, isn't this mission supposed to be top secret? Like, is this a public communication? Would he just be playing dumb intentionally so that this secret mission isn't exposed on public airwaves? Is he waiting for us to walk into a trap so that if things go wrong, they can say, "Oh, this group went rogue and tried to get into some shit they weren't supposed to"?
Can I ask the DMs a question? Have we been given secret missions before?
I mean, you guys have been in the game for a little while. I would say, yeah, you've been given some top secret things.
Okay.
I would say.
So it's not like they send us, they kill us after thing.
No, you
okay.
definitely are part of like a spec ops group. I would say you're kind of like Navy SEAL style of, Universal Coalition.
Like, this is almost certainly a mission they're keeping off the books.
As far
Publicly
as you
acknowledging
knows,
that we have a mission is probably...
I mean, with the information you guys have, I don't think they want any public anything known about this. Correct?
You also
Right,
haven't
so the fact that-
identified yourself yet.
You haven't. Well,
What?
Maruk, you've just said your name. You haven't given what group you're with.
Right.
And let's remember, you were on a mission before you were called here. You were supposed to go to the prison planet to do a
for
prison,
the prison
ex-
transfer.
Yes.
Yep.
Just, I know it's been a while, so we're rehashing that for everybody to get caught up.
It's Squad 33, right?
Yep. You can see on the monitor the general that you're talking with is pissed. He's screaming. He's like
You
livid.
can wait.
He's like red in the face, just yelling at the monitor.
Is this somebody that we recognize?
Give me a perception check. Actually, I would
Lore.
say lore. Yeah.
Can I also
16.
16. You would know this is General Finlay Macbeth. And yes, you have seen this person. He is pretty high ranking. He's not the highest general in the Universal Coalition, but he is definitely someone who has handed down orders to your spec ops within your commander ranks.
What was that last name? Like the Scottish play? Is that what that is?
Yeah, Macbeth.
You can't say that. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Macbeth.
Oh.
Were we all given the mission, or was just Nyx given the mission to disseminate to the rest of us?
That's a great question. I don't remember. I think you were all.
I feel like we were all.
I'm
given
pretty
a
sure
mission.
Nyx was
it's
the one
posted.
talking.
He was the
But-
one talking, but you were all in the
It
room.
was not
'cause
a
it
private
was-
call, right?
Yeah, it was in the cafeteria room because you guys kept hanging up on him. No, he kept hanging up on you guys.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh man.
Okay. It seems unlikely that we would have all hallucinated this same mission briefing.
But didn't we just find out that the what's his name? Ruben Stubert, right?
The worst NPC name.
He can do many strange things.
That he can. Along with the brain.
I mean, that's just scientists. Scientists do many strange things. I can hold fucking doors shut with my mind. Like,
He's a wizard, Harry.
I wanna instruct Maruk to try to find out more information from the general.
Okay. Hey, hit the unmute button. Sorry
What
about
the
that,
fuck's
General.
going on, soldier?
Yes, sir.
How
Right,
dare
sir.
you put your ranking officer on hold?
Sorry, there's a lot of interference. Like, we're good.
What is going on there, soldier? During your time of fancy footing over there, I looked up your Maruk. You're with Spec Ops Team 33, are you not?
Technically, Squad 33, sir.
Why the fuck are you on Herakles? You were supposed to be at planet Viridian. Nope, that's not right. What's the prison planet? Severa. Hades, motherfucker. You were supposed to be in Hades hours ago. For prisoner escort transfer.
Well, sir, you gave us a directive update.
I did no such thing.
Well, sir, I'm sorry, but my data pad shows otherwise.
Your
did it come from
data
him?
pad is bullshit. Wait till you get back to the North Star. I'm gonna have you in the cooler, boy.
All right, sir.
All right, sir. Are you? You will. Okay. Does anyone remember if he gave that order or not?
I don't have
Okay, I will let you
that
guys
in my
know.
notes.
This is not the person you spoke to at all on your ship. Not at all.
Okay. But he's the one that
Do
gave us the
we-
order to go to Hades.
He did not directly give you the orders, but he is obviously recalling that you had orders from Hades. Yes.
The person who gave us
Mm-hmm.
the new directive, is that somebody that we have received orders from in the past?
Lore check.
That is a crit fail.
No, you know nothing.
Cool.
So, we've been blindly following an order from a random phone number.
Cool. Like Hitman.
Abandon your mission to do this.
You
Here's-
answered the
so-
call that said scam likely, and you took the advice. Okay.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. We were all awakened from hypersleep. We did not pilot the whatever our ship was called to the Herakles. It was automatically done for us. We were woken up when we reached our destination. That is out of our control. So either some elite hackers took over our ship and made a relatively convincing ruse to give us this new mission, or it was done by the people that run us, and they're trying to keep this off of the books. Which of those is a simpler explanation?
Yeah.
Yep. Off the books.
Back it up.
I hope you're confident.
It doesn't matter if I'm. It doesn't matter whether it's real or not. Latch is following orders.
So, let me get this straight. Where are you inside of the Herakles right now? And what did you mean? What are these new orders that you so-called received? Because nothing came across my desk, soldier.
Can I give Marut the symbol to mute again?
Mother effer.
I also want.
Can we ask
I
for,
wanna-
for the general who gave us the order?
That's what I was thinking. It's like, who actually puts out the orders? That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah.
What?
I also would like to roll an insight check on this guy to see if he's intentionally playing dumb to not have himself be culpable, to have us be the fall guys when shit goes south. For being a rogue operation.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll ask
What are
him.
you guys doing?
It's a 23 for insight.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
All right. I hit the unmute button. Say, sir, I think we have something going on here.
I would say so.
Yeah, I
it seems
completely
like
agree.
there's a mutiny and you guys aren't following orders.
I disagree with you there, sir. We are trying to understand what is going on. Who in your department has been actually executing and sending out these orders?
Me?
Who actually hits this send button, sir?
Me?
You and only you?
I am in charge of all special operations, soldier, and how dare you question your authority?
Is
Yeah,
that
no
a true
subordinates.
statement? That he's in charge of us?
He is, as far as you can tell with that insight check, he is pissed. He is telling you the truth. You say you got orders. What orders did you receive and from whom? So I can put my foot up their asshole.
Oh, I'll find that for you real quick. And I hit the mute button again.
What the?
Don't tell him our objective. Tell him who gave us the order.
Do you remember who gave you the order?
Our characters would, but it's been like 7 months.
So
I'm trying to scrub through episode 1.
Yeah, it's
if you don't have it, I will give it to you because it has been less than a day in character time. So
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Commander Garlack was the name.
Garlack. Yeah.
Garlack. All right. So go ahead and unmute him, or before I unmute him, we're all good with that.
Okay, I would say just give him the rundown. Tell him everything. Tell him that we were awakened from hypersleep. Don't tell him that? Are you saying don't?
Start with
tell.
Garlack
I don't think
and
we
start
tell
Okay,
him
from
all
there.
right.
anything.
Okay, cool. All right,
Yeah.
all right.
We'll just tell him
Garlack.
Garlack, and that's it.
Garlack. Yeah. See if, he even knows who that is.
Cool. So I unmute him. It's like, sorry about that, sir.
You
Got the
better be,
information.
soldier.
It was Commander Garlack, sir.
Garlack. Garlack?
Garlack.
Commander Garlack?
Garlack.
Soldier, I'm going to kick your ass when you get back to the North Star. Commander Garlack has been on sabbatical for 7 months, you idiot. Now, exactly what, pray tell, is one of my finest special ops teams doing on the Herakles without a mission note sent?
Great question, sir. But
I-
Commander Garlack looked totally fine to me.
Commander Garlack has not been at the North Star for over 7 months. He has been on sabbatical with his wife of 45 years.
I don't know, maybe he got
Now,
bored.
I'm going to put you on mute. He goes on mute.
Okay.
Can I roll an insight check on all of that stuff about Garlack being on sabbatical?
Sabbatical, yeah.
That's fine. It's 100% true. He comes back. Are you there, soldier?
Yes, sir.
Great. Garlack. If you are on the Herakles, then you would know Garlack has been vacationing on the Herakles.
Really, sir?
He took a special cruise over here.
Oh. Interesting. On the
Wait, you said
Persephone, I take it?
I don't know what fucking cruise he's on.
Well, I'm sure it was a rough one, that's for sure.
Now, in my absence, I have looked. There has been no messages sent from Garlack's terminal in over 7 months. So pray tell, how did you get a message from Commander Garlack saying, "Save the Herakles"?
I kind of said it just like that.
Well, I can tell you no such message came from his terminal.
It's very strange, sir.
Would the general outrank the commander? I don't know. Army ranks.
Yeah, I would say the general would have a little higher ranking than the commander.
Thank you.
Can I butt in?
Butt in.
Sure.
Sir, is this a secure comms channel?
He pushes a couple buttons, and like the screen flickers. It is now.
Are you aware that the Herakles is an elder brain?
May I ask, how the fuck you know that?
A fucking dragon just told us.
He's in the room, right?
It's just-
He's sitting in the room, actually. So-
Dr. Stuber, would you mind just
He chuckles
whipping
a little
your
bit
tail
while
over
looking
here or
out over the
something?
window.
So for a brief moment, Macbeth, his eyes kind of go like as wide as they can, and he tilts his head, and then he's like, I don't know what. I don't know, my gosh, you just threw me for a loop. Hold on, I gotta back up real quick. Oh my gosh. He goes, he's, God damn it, you threw me for a loop there, boy. The Herakles must really be an elder brain. You're seeing shit. You guys are you're on the right course, and I don't know. Look, I don't know how you all got roped into this. But I can tell you, the Universal Coalition sent out a large frigate just yesterday. We had received word that the Herakles was falling. There was no communication. The frigate was there to try to save as much data as possible. Obviously, you are there first. I don't know what mission you were given, but I am giving you a clear mission now. Do you understand? If, as you say, the Herakles has an elder brain on it, Garlak is dead, and everyone around you is dead, your only job is to get whatever data you can of Ruben Stuber. To jettison that fucking nursery off of that fucking space station and get it back to the North Star. And for the love of God, if you find that little girl, you get her off that fucking planet. Now.
Did we
Cool.
mention
Back
the
to our
little girl?
regularly scheduled
Yeah, I was-
programming.
You're saying that's exactly what Mr. Garlic said. So we're good.
We didn't mention a little girl, right? Or did we in our explanation?
No, we did not.
Okay.
He was in on it the whole fucking time, and we are the fall guys. Whether or not Garlak is actually dead and whatever, it doesn't fucking matter.
Did you say that out loud?
No.
Okay. Listen. I know what I am asking of you is probably seeming impossible. But I can guarantee all of you soldiers that if you make it out of the Herakles alive, with those things intact,
It's getting less and less likely the longer this conversation goes on. We were actively working on it until this phone call started.
you called
I'm
me.
gonna get back to work.
You called me. Your service days will be done. I will release you of your duties if you fulfill this mission. The future of the Universal Coalition depends on it. Years of research goes down the drain. It is in your hands, Squad 33. I hope to see you soon. The screen goes black.
All right, let's pack it up.
Okay.
I don't want to say I told you so, but I fucking told you so. Can we go get back to it, please?
Yeah, so you go back to that terminal. There is like a area you can type in some things if you want.
Is there like a Falling Star Protocol Y/N?
Initiation. No, yeah.
I'd like to do something when Latch finishes.
Yeah, if you type in the word it's literally like a black screen with like a colon backslash. Command line, yeah. You type in Falling Star Protocol and hit enter. Nothing happens.
Does one of you coding nerds want to take over here? I'm just trying to pack the suitcase.
Can I do what I was gonna?
Yeah, go ahead, Zyrek.
I would say I'll be right back. Dr. Steuben gave me this weapon. I'm gonna ask him how to use it, and I'd like to go back into the room really quick with him.
Okay.
And can I ask him, tell me more about this thing, but as he does go up to a terminal.
Sure.
Trying to make small talk, so I'm not going to do both at the same time, but I would like to send a quick email to the collective saying Herakles is an elder brain war between Arno and Illithid.
I need a
Dragon on
deception
board.
check.
16. I would genuinely, as I'm making small talk, try to ask him about this weapon, but that is not my focus.
Yeah. Okay. He sort of hovers over in your direction and like looks at you very closely as you say this to him. And you see him like very still, just like watching you as you type. And then he sort of looks up into the air, and you see him like inhale a little bit. And you should make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Constitution, 19.
This isn't good.
Do I get off the sand?
Give me a second.
Yo.
He opens his mouth, and you feel the coldest air that you could ever imagine, and then some, as the atmosphere around you plummets to something approaching absolute zero. You take 41 points of cold damage as he breathes ice onto your entire body. Are you still conscious?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my
You said 41?
Yes. For the time being, because I know the other people in another room, we're going to consider this functionally a surprise round. I'm going to give you a round of initiative before anything else that happens. What would you like to do?
Do I get off send?
If you would like to spend this turn to do so.
Would it consume both action and bonus action?
It would consume your action.
I would like to do it.
Then what?
And then bonus action, Misty Step to my party.
Okay.
And then movement run closer to them.
So you can Misty Step how far?
30 feet. It's called phase walk in this, but
And then what's your movement speed after that?
30.
All right. Okay. So that's 60 feet. He is going to take his turn to fly very comfortably 60 feet. And first thing he is going to do, I need a wisdom save.
From
Just from
27.
Cyrac. 27, that does succeed. Okay, now I'm gonna make 3 attack rolls.
Oh my gosh. It's only be 3 of us.
The first one is math. 36 to hit.
Oh
It hits.
my
The second one is 29 to hit.
Oh,
Caleb's
no.
rolling all
Yeah.
single-digit numbers right now. I'm just-
I probably.
Did that hit?
Yeah, that hits. Yeah, a little bit.
I
don't
the
think
last
he can
one
miss, if I'm
was
being honest.
actually the same number. I don't think he can.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, the first one does. Oh my god! Sorry. The first one does 22 points of damage.
Okay. Still up.
Wow.
Let me,
The second one does 24 points of damage.
Oh my.
that's where I fall down.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
The third one does 20 points of damage, but that's 2 death saves. The rest of you watch Zyrak blink into the room, start sprinting as Ruben barrels after him at 80 feet per turn, and is ripping him to shreds. He is now unconscious, bleeding out on the ground, and he is continuing to tear him to pieces.
Suppose I'd be yelling, "What the fuck did you do?"
He's unconscious, so it doesn't
And I
matter
was
what
unconscious.
you say.
Yes.
No.
I can tell you, it's literally one more hit, and Zyrak will be dead.
Rogar, think of Rogar.
Can I? It's not
Do
gonna
something.
anything. Can I try force pulling Zyrak? Just some way. I mean, how big is? Oh gosh, that's just.
There's
not
no
gonna do
limit.
anything.
You can try to pull him away, from my understanding.
Yeah, let me try pull. Let me force pull. Let me try force pull. But it only says how much is it? See, what size creature is he?
He's medium.
Medium.
What is that? Why can't I find it? Tiny creature.
You can probably pull him 10 feet.
10. Yeah, that's what it looks like. 10 feet. Yeah. No, medium creature. It's only 5 feet.
But
Oh
at
no,
fifth
no,
level,
it's
that
fifth level.
improves
Yeah,
to
yeah. So 10. Yeah, so a force pull 10 feet.
Yo, okay. Drags him away.
Yeah, you could do that.
Okay, I'll force pull him to me 10 feet.
Okay.
And and then try to, I don't know. I can't intimidate a dragon. What's that gonna do?
Yes, Latch.
Yeah, go ahead,
I
Latch.
suppose as a follow-up to saying, what the fuck did you do? I would turn to Dr. Stuber and say, before you kill him, why are you trying to kill him?
I think we're gonna handle this functionally in initiative. So I know we didn't roll it, but Nix, I'm gonna let you go first, and then both Latch and Maruk will get a chance to do something here.
Okay. So how far am I away from?
Pulled him 10 minutes away, or 10 feet away.
10 feet.
Um,
So how far am I away from Zyrak then?
Maybe we'll say like 30 feet. I mean, he was running in your direction.
Okay, then I'll use my 30 feet to run to him, and I am going to lay on top of him and cover his body with my body. And for bonus action, I'm doing Saber Ward. Just
Latch.
to protect him, yes.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I'm asking why he's trying to kill him. That's literally I am still trying to carry out the fucking mission.
Okay. I'll say my highest calling has always been synthesis. And I will always take action when equilibrium is threatened.
Can I respond?
I'll say yes, but that will probably be it.
What did he do to threaten your equilibrium?
Betrayed us all to the collective. Maruk, is there anything you'd like to do?
Well, after hearing that, Maruk's very conflicted.
You have 6 seconds to be conflicted, Maruk, if you'd like to do anything else than feel.
I'll use minor
Two.
defibrillator
Okay.
on Zyrak.
Wow.
So if the target is a living creature that has 0 hit points, it immediately gains 1 death saving throw success instead of taking damage. So I don't know if that's going to work or not, but
So it doesn't bring him
so
up to 1.
No. It
you
just
have
gives
1
me-
success and 2 fails.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to use a legendary action.
Oh my god.
I need Nyx and Zyrak to make dexterity saves. Zyrak, you own
Yeah, I die here.
Zyrak is just dead with that.
as this ancient silver dragon. You get a nat 20?
I did.
I don't
I
know.
did get a nat 20.
Well,
Doesn't
I'm
matter,
glad
but-
for you. Ancient silver dragon slams
Doesn't matter.
his wings
Yeah.
into the ground, dealing. God. Man, it's so slow today. That's actually not very much damage. Not that matters. 16 points of damage.
Not that
Knocking everybody prone, and then flies 40 feet back off of Zyrak's corpse. Nyx, you do everything you can to protect him, but as it slams into the ground, and you feel the impact of it, you could not shield him from the attack. And he flies away, staring at all of you. Are there any others among you?
Is that him asking?
Yeah.
Not here.
Then I suggest you work quickly. You are running out of time. And then he walks back into the lab.
Oh my gosh. So is Zyrak dead, or is he just down?
He is dead. He
Dead,
is
dead, okay.
Dead,
All right.
dead.
game over.
Nyx,
But-
you
Crushed
look
on the ground.
over at your brother's body on the ground, and it is crushed beyond repair. Without going into too much detail, parts of his body have been smushed like cheese going through a cheese grater on the grated floor. Bones have been turned into soup. His face and jaw are severed apart. There is nothing left to call your brother. The holographic shield that he displayed, that was your mother's, is fizzling in shards upon the ground. And as you notice that, you see the terminal that Latch had typed in Falling Star Protocol on. Just 30 seconds ago. Flick to a different screen. And a countdown begins. 10. 9. 8. And you begin to see the blast doors of this nursery start to close. 7.
Is Ari in here with us?
Yes. 6.
Okay.
5.
There's a weapon sitting there next to Zyrak.
4.
And so, hang on. So before the countdown keeps going, just so I visualize what's happening. So the door we walked into, that it was the quote unquote nursery. Is that the door that's closing? Like there's.
Correct. Between you and the lab.
Okay.
Basically cutting off Ruben, if that's what you're.
Yeah. Yeah. At whenever there is and this is Nyx, not me. Okay. Whenever it gets, to the point where I can still see under it, but because you're saying it's going down, right?
Yep.
Like last year. Okay. I'm gonna cast shock on. Can I see Ruben?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna right at the last second. I'm gonna cast shock.
Okay. Cool.
But
3.
not that I'll hit him anyway. But
2. And right before it hit 1, and you were prepared to hit that shock, the door stops as the whole Herakles lurches and drops again, and all of the lights that were in the lab power off, and the lights in the nursery cycle and come back on in like a emergency lights situation, and there begins to be like flashing lights inside of the Herakles lab, like almost like an emergency light situation, and the door is no longer moving. And if you look at the console, you see it just frozen at 1, and it's saying manual override, manual override, manual override.
Fucking A. God. Okay.
Or say, does
And at
Nyx
here,
succeed?
We are, you do not get the spark off because the door did not close. At here, we are going to end tonight's adventure.
oh my gosh!
And we will see you all next week on the next episode.
I just want to have it on record how good it feels to kill Aaron. It feels so.
We got him, boys. We got him.
I tore him to shreds. It felt so good.
We did it,
goodbye.
Joe.
See you later.